Hi, I'm Cristina Smith, creator, along with my very brilliant brother, puzzle master Rick Smith, of the award-winning, best-selling Yoga for the Brain series of profound philosophy and very fun puzzle books. We are celebrating the release of the sixth book in our best-selling Yoga for the Brain series, Life Wisdom Word Search. And today we are celebrating with one of the 60 contributing authors, Kim Kinjo, and she is the author of puzzle number 54, Take a Labyrinth Journey. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Christina.
Welcome. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
Tell us a
Thanks for
little bit.
having me.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in Northern California in the foothills of the Sierra Mountains with my husband, Pascal, and our dog and our cat who keep us very entertained. And we do the same to try and keep them entertained as well. We're on a couple of acres here, and I am a clinical Ayurvedic specialist. I work from Nevada City, California, and I do many Ayurvedic body therapies, a couple of which are pretty popular right now. One being the Netrabasti for the eyes, another is the Nasya treatment for the sinuses. And that's due to the fact that we've had unhealthy to hazardous air quality for going on a month now, solid.
Right, because we're recording this in September of 2020 when all the big fires are raging on the west coast of the United States.
Yeah, and so much gratitude for the thousands and thousands of firefighters, and just may you have strength and power and perseverance to keep going, and you're our heroes, and so much love. Thank you.
I agree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so
Yeah,
grateful for you.
yes. And the other part of another one of aspects of my business is that I do Ayurvedic health consultations, either at my office or via the computer, so people can be anywhere. And really, that's quite like a puzzle in itself, in that people will come to me with pieces of the puzzle presenting their symptoms and where they would like to go. And then I gather many more pieces of the whole picture, and we look at many aspects of who they are in their day-to-day, the diet, the lifestyle, digestion, elimination, stress patterns, sleep patterns, and stepping on the Ayurvedic path. Little by little over time, the bigger picture starts to emerge of this person coming back into wholeness and who they really are, back into harmony and sync with nature. And it's a beautiful process of self-care and self-love, self-respect, bringing a person back to balance.
And you can work from both the outside in, and then there's work from the inside out. And the puzzle that you brought to us this time is actually very mystical, very internal. Actually a meditation about walking a labyrinth. It takes you on the walk there. Could you tell us a little bit about it and the labyrinths that you've known and loved?
Well, this came through maybe one of my first experiences of walking through a labyrinth, and I'm not really an experienced labyrinth walker. I was invited to a friend's house, and they had created one in their backyard. And so I went, and as I entered the labyrinth, I asked myself, and maybe I was asking the universe, same thing really. So why do people do this? What is the purpose of walking in a labyrinth? And as I started the walk, I thought, well, of course, it can be like a meditation, very mindful, being very present, just focusing on the breath. And so I did that because meditation is always beneficial for us. And maybe that's the purpose of it. And as I was walking along and tuning in, at some point I found myself right next to the center of the labyrinth, the inner circle, one chalk line away. And I thought, you don't really know where you're going to end up with every turn. And so it was a surprise of, oh, there's the goal, there's the center, that's where I'm headed, I'm so close. And I continued to walk. And a few moments later, I found myself the farthest away on the very edge of the labyrinth, the farthest point you could be from the center. And that was interesting because even though I was farthest away from my goal, I was actually closer. The realization came to me because I hadn't walked backward, I'd only walked forward. And so that to me was the message that I took away that day from the labyrinth journey, was that in life, as we have our goals, life isn't linear. And as the I Ching says, the universe works in a zigzag fashion. And it's really a great lesson for me personally in trusting that if I have a goal in mind, it's not just from here to there and I'm done with it. It's more, I'm going to be on this journey. I know what my goal is. Just keep it in mind, keep moving forward and trusting, and I will end up there, maybe to my surprise, in a fashion that I hadn't even planned on. And at that point, it's not so much me in the driver's seat. It's really a journey that I'm allowing to unfold.
That's a beautiful way to describe it. Thank you. That was just exquisite, Kim. Really well said.
You.
And, you know, part of the puzzle is to let the journey unfold as it does, not how you think it should. I mean, that's certainly a big puzzle, because you come up to a twist or a turn and you think, it's got to go this way next. And the more you push that way, the harder it gets, the more resistance you get. And then as soon as you go, that's not the way, then the right way opens up. And it's kind of a surprise. So it's all a puzzle of being on whatever journey to whatever goal that you have, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So what kinds of puzzles do you like to do in addition to your professional world?
I would have to say that I wasn't exposed to a lot of puzzles in my childhood, but the one thing that really I realize is a puzzle and works the mind like a puzzle would be choreography, because I've always loved dance. And as we know, puzzles are great for the mind. That's why this series is called Yoga for the Mind, because as we work puzzles, that plasticity of the brain, it keeps the newness and the aliveness, and it works our brain. And dance choreography is very similar in that you just learn 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. You keep stringing them together. You have to remember them in the sequence and what comes next. And before you know it, there's entire dance that has been created. And I think that that is very good for the brain in doing choreography.
Yeah, so it's kind of a number puzzle. It's different counts that with movements. That's really interesting. Well,
Yeah.
you're really a profound thinker, and I really appreciate your contribution to Life Wisdom Word Search Yoga for the Brain. And you can pick up your copy on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Target.com, and at independent bookstores everywhere. Thank you so much, Kim, for being with us.
Oh, thank you, Christina. This has been a really fun process. Thanks for all you do.
You're welcome, and happy puzzling, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.